Well, this is a bit awesome, isn't it? All right, today is the day of flying. But before I do that, I have to do a little adjustment on the tailplane on Frankenstein. So this is what we're going to do. Down here, I just need to do an adjustment on the angle of the tailplane here. So we need to take that panel off and this one and one on the other side just to get access and do stuff. So we'll get in there and have a go. This panel will give me access to the bottom of those bolts. So we're going to add some washers in here, like these ones, and that'll lift the back of this tail up a little bit, and that'll just help me with my controls on cruise. So hopefully when I let the stick go, it doesn't nose over just that little bit. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, this is a nice little access. I like big access panels so I can get my hands in there and work easily. I'm sort of sick to death over the years of working in tiny little spaces with little access panels. This is my rudder setup. I don't know if I've shown you what I did here. So getting a control rod to go around a corner is a bit of a challenge. So this is what we've done. I made up a little track and some wheel bearings, or bearings that wheel along this in the track, and that gives me my angle that I need to go from the inside of the fuselage out to the rudder horn. Works beautifully. All right, there's the extra washers set up in underneath the stab there now. So put some extra ones in there. That raises this rear spar up, and that changes the whole incidence of the whole tailplane just a little bit, but hopefully it's enough. Turn the light on. There we go. So you can see there's the two of the four nuts that hold the rear spar down, and then there's a different arrangement at the forward spar, but I can't really show you. Oh, I can, up there. I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, and there's me balance weights that are put in there for now. So these zip ties are only a redundancy, just saying. They're not holding the whole thing in, the other things are. Anyway, cool. That's the forward attachment you can see there. So those three bolts there hold the vertical fin as well as the forward spar, and then there's two extra bolts on either side underneath those doublers there that hold the whole front into the forward bulkhead there. So the forward bit's quite substantial. Yeah. All right, all back together. Time for a pre-flight and send it. Well, I reckon that was a successful day. Yep, got a few circuits in, got the radio to work. So it's what it is the impedance on my headset versus the radio. There was a difference there. So the radio, as it turns out, is a low impedance radio, and my helmet, the speakers in there are high impedance. So I was lucky enough to have a set of low impedance David Clark's in that leather helmet that I've got. So I've tried that out, and it works just like that. See? So I still want to use the helmet for testing. So I've got to find a way of changing the speakers out on that thing, I think. And the mic cover helped as well. So that's another mod. And what else? Got the brake to work again. That went spongy on the left side there, but just needed a bit of air taken out of it. Getting the hang of circuits again. So just trying to set out how to do a circuit in Frankenstein. I've been doing it a little bit tight and cutting final too tight. So I've been coming in high and slow. Just sort of spread that out a little bit, and that seems to make things nicer and give me a chance to set things up properly. But yeah, I'm just glad to have a beautiful, clear day to be able to go flying in Frankenstein. So it's only been short hops, but I'm just sort of getting the hang of everything, getting everything dialed in. The elevator trim area, the elevator works better now, so when I let the stick go, it doesn't pitch over. I might end up doing another adjustment on that one, but we'll see how we go. But I know I'm going in the right direction for the next adjustment anyway. That sun's bright. What else? That was just a good day. Yep, very happy with how everything went. All right, till next time, hopefully soon, we'll go again, hey?